Some of the more challenging interview questions to answer are situational interview questions. And these are basically a situation you might find yourself in and then walking the interviewer through how you might handle them. And this is no different in Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A actually uses a handful of situational interview questions to test whether or not you'd be a good employee. Today's video, I'm going to give you some of the situational questions they ask, and I'm going to teach you from a recruiter's perspective exactly what you need to say to answer them. Now, this is video 2 of a 4-part series, so if this is the first video you are seeing, make sure you go to the playlist, watch the first video, and stick around to the very end, because at the end of this video, I will actually tee up the next video right here on the screen, so you can seamlessly go from video 2 to 3. This 4-pack of videos is supposed to serve as a full prep guide, so that if you watch all 4, you will absolutely nail your interview with Chick-fil-A and get hired. All right, let's get started. Now, the first question is, if you saw a colleague struggling, what would you do? And they're basically trying to assess what kind of teammate would you be. Being a good teammate and working as a cohesive unit is really important, Chick-fil-A. So it's important that you get this answer right. And the key to here is just showing that you would be both helpful, understanding, and empathetic, right? That's what you're trying to convey in your answer. So your answer might sound something like this. You know, that's a really good question. And if I was to see a colleague of mine struggling, the first thing I would do is go to them and try to figure out, okay, what is going on? Ask them, hey, what's going on? Is there anything I could help with? And then from there, I would work with them to try to get them to a point where they were feeling better, right? Maybe they were overburdened by work. I would try to help pick up the slack. Or maybe they had an issue that they were struggling with. I think when you're part of a team, it's really important to pick the other people up because you might also need that in the future. So for me, I would just do whatever was necessary to make sure I could go to my teammate, figure out, hey, what is going on, and help them with it so we could achieve our collective goals. There you go. That's a pretty simple, straightforward answer. And answering it like that is going to show them that you're a good teammate and you're the type of person they would want on their crew. Hey, by the way, if you're looking for every single question they ask, I have compiled a document that has all of the interview questions that they're going to ask you at Chick-fil-A, and I've put it in one document so you can study it. Go down to the pinned comment, click on that. It is absolutely free. You'll get that full guide with every single question and some more information that's going to be helpful for you to nail your interview. The next question is, if you saw a customer that was dissatisfied, what would you do? This is a thing that could happen pretty frequently in any sort of customer-facing role. And what they want to understand is that you're the type of person who would work to fix that, right? So that's what you want to make sure they see through your answer. So one, it's important that you're not the type of person to get frazzled. You're the type of person who would see this, want to fix it, and then you can talk them through how you would handle it. An answer might sound something like this. You know, I think that's something that probably happens relatively frequently in customer service type roles, and it's something I've dealt with in the past. And what I've done is I have gone and walked to that person, and then I've asked them, hey, it looks like you're having a hard time. You know, what's going on? And I think it's important to ask them questions, find out what is the issue, and then work to resolve it. So for me, it's just kind of connecting with that person, being friendly, asking them questions, being empathetic towards whatever's happened to them, and then working hard to make sure I resolve the issue. And I think just in general, if you do that, you're able to fix a lot of problems and help a lot of customers. There you go. That's a great answer. And if you say it like that, you're going to absolutely nail the question. This next question is, during peak meal times, this location can get very busy. How would you do in those types of situations? Very common question. When you're working for a place that has, you know, a rush hour or they have periods of time in which they're really busy, they need to make sure that you're the type of person who can handle that. Now, in an interview, it's impossible to know this for sure, but they can certainly ask this question. And when you're asked a question like this, it's really important to let them know that you will not be frazzled and you actually kind of enjoy that pace. Like you're the type of person who, when things get really busy, you like that. Time passes, you're at your best, etc. However you want to phrase it, whatever you want to say, that as long as it's in line with those, parameters, it's going to work. But you really want to make sure they understand that, like, you thrive in those environments. You would not be stressed. That's what you need to accomplish. If you can do that, you'll do great. I think it's also good to let them know if you've done that in the past. So an answer might sound something like this. You know what? I've actually worked in several different jobs in which we had rush hours, and they were really, really busy. And for me, I would say that I'm not only used to that, but I kind of like those environments. I really enjoy the fast pace. I feel like It keeps the time going. It makes time go by fast. And I just like the hustle and bustle of it. So for me, that wouldn't be a concern. I love working in fast-paced environments, and I found that I thrive in those. There you go. Something like that. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. And if you can answer like that, you'll do great. Now, the next question you're going to need to know how to answer is, why do you want to work at Chick-fil-A? It's probably the most important question you're going to get asked in the entire interview process. And it's so important, I made its own video. So this video right here teaches you exactly what to say when they ask you, why do you want to work at Chick-fil-A? So I'm done here. I'll see you over there.